Now on UpNorthLive News at 6. $10 million. That's how much one organization is trying to get into the state budget to support affordable housing projects in northern Michigan. A look at how the money would be divvied up and used. Do you know this man? Why Kalkaska sheriff's deputies want to talk with him. Plus a whooping cough outbreak, what the health department wants you to know.
Money's tight everywhere. Cost of living's gone up and income doesn't really go up much.
And living on the margin, one woman's story of trying to stay afloat and the agencies she and others are turning to for help.
This is UpNorthLive News at 6 on 7 and 4.
Wherever in northern Michigan you're watching tonight, odds are your community could use truly more affordable housing. It's a crisis. It's going to take time, a lot of effort, and money to actually address. Housing North out of Traverse City is an organization that has the patience, is willing to do the work, but is asking for a little money to get the job done.
It's time that we step up and talk more about northern Michigan, what it needs.
State Representative John Roth knows how to talk down here to be heard, and also knows what's needed up here.
We need that housing element up here. Can't get teachers, can't get first responders, police, you name it, without getting some housing.
Truly affordable housing is something that's awfully hard to find anywhere up here.
We don't want anybody paying more than 30% of their income on housing.
But at Housing North, they know all too well that too many people are paying a lot more of their income to cover their housing costs. Steps have been taken, new housing projects, new programs.
We have seen a lot more progress, but there's still a lot that needs to be made.
So to make more progress, they're ramping up their Rapid Response Housing Fund.
The purpose is to help fill gaps in much needed housing projects by providing a low interest revolving loan opportunity to key developers, both for-profit and nonprofit developers.
The loan program was launched in 2023. It's already helped developers with lower interest construction loans to buy land or as gap funding on affordable housing. They're loans, so the money coming back to Housing North. They have about $300,000 in the revolving door fund and have seen the difference that amount can make.
Obviously, the $300,000 is not going to have an impact on our 10 counties. We want to be able to at least have $1 million per county to be able to work with and deploy funds.
10 counties, so they're looking for $10 million they can loan to fund the type of housing northern Michigan truly needs now.
Right now, we're asking the state to incubate this fund, get it going.
And that's where Representative Roth and his willingness to make sure northern Michigan isn't ignored comes back in.
We give away grants all over the state of Michigan, a lot of them downstate. The last budget in particular, northern Michigan saw less than 10% of the budget go north.
So he sponsored a funding request in the next state budget for a one-time $10 million payment to Housing North's housing fund to be used as loans. The money goes out and comes back in with interest to be used again for the next project.
The idea is hopefully it will be going in perpetuity. So as projects, are funded, that money will start to come back, over time.
The request has been made here. The fight over its future and the state's overall budget lies ahead. But a growing coalition of our lawmakers say this addresses a need and is worth speaking up about.
They've got priorities that seem to align with downstate more than up north, so we're going to have to pull for northern Michigan pretty hard.
Now, the request will be part of the budgeting process, so we may not know whether it's been approved for months. But in the meantime, Housing North is asking for your support by sending a message to lawmakers. We have more information about this request and contact information for lawmakers when we post this story on our website, UpNorthLive.com.
Alcohol, speed, and no seatbelts believed to be factors in a deadly crash were falling out of Drummond Island. Chippewa County investigators say it happened Saturday on Warners Cove Road. The crash just before 9 that night, according to deputies. A Chevy Impala left the road and hit a culvert before crashing into the trees. Both the driver and the passenger were ID'd as young men and Drummond Island locals. The driver did not survive. The passenger suffered what they're calling major injuries. Their current condition not clear.
The Kalkaska County Sheriff's Office asking for your help in identifying a suspect in a recent home invasion. Take a look at the person in this picture. Deputies say he was caught on camera inside a home last Friday. If you know this person or have any information about the home invasion, you are being asked to call the Kalkaska County Sheriff's Office. We've reached out to the Sheriff's Office trying to get more information. Didn't get a call back for airtime. If you know the person in this picture, though, you can contact the Kalkaska Central Dispatch or via the Sheriff's Department's website, where tips can be submitted online.
And deputies from the Newaygo County Sheriff's Office say they responded to a series of break-ins, 2 separate incidents involving 2 different sets of minors, stealing in the span of about 4 hours. Sunday, deputies responded to a breaking and entering complaint at the Croton Easy Mart. Investigators say they saw 2 young suspects steal items from the store on surveillance video. Just after noon that same day, deputies again responded to the same area where they were told 2 separate boys were breaking into cars. All of the boys eventually turned up and were later released to their parents. The stolen property returned to the rightful owners, and the cases will be forwarded to the Newaygo County prosecutor for review.
There are 6 confirmed cases of whooping cough in Oscoda County. That's according to District Health Department number 2. Whooping cough is a contagious respiratory disease. It can be spread by coughing, sneezing, or touching contaminated objects. Early symptoms look like the common cold. Later symptoms are uncontrollable coughing fits. The cough could last for months.
People can be symptomatic with that for months. And that really kind of like widens the window of like, okay, when was this person infectious? How many people did they come in contact with?
Izzo says the best protection against the whooping cough is a vaccination.
Continuing our coverage tonight as fundraising efforts are underway in Cadillac to support clean water initiatives and provide more testing kits for residents affected by PFAS contaminated wells. The Cadillac Advocates for Clean Water has been going door to door to assist with educating homeowners the importance of testing their wells. The group has been delivering water testing kits, helping residents understand results and educating them on filtration systems. Well, to continue these efforts, Clean Water Advocates has launched a GoFundMe to help purchase additional test kits. The group says the number of residents reaching out for assistance is growing.
There are a lot of people who are living on private wells. Anyone who lives with a private well should definitely be testing their water and making sure. This is a widespread problem across our entire state.
Reed says water test kits start at $79 and filtration kits range from $45 to over $1,000. Anyone interested in donating can drop by the Cadillac Farmers Market, and Reed says the Clean Water Advocates will also be hosting a resource fair on June 27th at the Pavilion for further PFAS contaminated water safety and filtration info. And we'll have a link to donate along with more information posted over on our website, UpNorthLive.com.
Monday, the City of Traverse City Sewer and Water Maintenance Division dug into the next phase of the Water Service Replacement Line Project. You can see crew members from Team Elmer's replacing galvanized water lines. It's part of Michigan's initiative to have clean and safe drinking water. As this project unfolds, residents and businesses in the area will still be able to freely walk in and out of their properties. City staff say it plans to be done with the project this fall, which puts Traverse City ahead of schedule for the 2017 lead and copper rule. The rule limits the amount of lead and contamination in Michiganders' drinking water.
And before the break, maybe you've heard the expression mending fences. Well, it's one that a local farm may be taking literally tonight.
Yep, instead one flew over the cuckoo's nest, it's one went clear over the fence, or several. Check this out. This is the scene in Grand Traverse County on Friday. A couple of bison made the great escape from their pasture at Olson's Buffalo Farm onto US 31. Call it livestock liberation, looking for greener pastures with all 4 hooves before the cops showed up and, well, ended the fun.
And the incident snarled traffic, but was quickly resolved. And don't worry, the bison are okay after their herder helped wrangle them back to safety. We're told they just wanted to beef free.
Money's tight everywhere. Cost of living's gone up and income doesn't really go up much.
More and more Michiganders struggling to make ends meet. Coming up, hear from those who are feeling the strain and the organizations stepping in to help.
Pretty quiet weather over the next few days, but the chance for rain isn't zero. We'll look at that and when things warm up in a big way. All that after the break.
I'm Jada Johnson from Big Boys TV, and the Fish and Game Report is sponsored by Johnson's Propane.